see our beautiful survivors. Wesker, do you have screen sharing? Oh, yeah, you do. You got plenty of screen sharing, my friend. We'll be jumping off of you now. However, it looks like they might have already spotted a survivor, potentially. I think they have. Following scratch marks, do they find the Leon? Yes, they do. And we'll be getting this vault location. They have the Lithe in hand, too. And I don't know if Wesker can actually... Yeah, about to say. Okay, so it's not the worst as Bubba. Bubba actually just straight up bumps there, usually. However, that's not going to be the case as they continue running over into the shack building. Taking the vault, vaulting over, and continuing chase. No bamboozle that I can see at the moment. Will they stay with this chase, or will they break off? Looks like they're going to end up breaking off here. Happy with the resource being taken. And we'll be going to main building. Steve already getting pushed off. We did see, I believe, Detective Tap on the back gen. Looks like we're committing to Steve here. Ooh, excellent pallet stun from the survivor there. It looks like they're going to be getting back into the vault location. Doing a really good job not giving this Wesker any ground in early hits. Once again, breaking off, taking some resources. Looks like Tap will be finishing this gen just in time. Good balance landing next to the hill. Really well coordinated there and getting to this pallet. Good amount of resources for these survivors too. They're doing a phenomenal job just being very efficient. And as we haven't seen one survivor, I can imagine there's probably a second gen on its way. Here comes the... Oh my goodness. Really good job there with the angle. And we'll get the hit on Tap. I almost said the tap on Tap. How dare I? They do finish the gen that Tap was working on. Tap now infected, running next to another gen that's being worked on. It's like Wesker's going to actually break off to deal with that generator. And it's because there is an Atom that was working on it. This pallet's still up, and yeah, I'm about to say, there's no way you get this pallet, yeah, there's just no way to mind game that. You just have to break it. Ooh, oh, honestly, I feel that. I play Wesker from time to time, and sometimes he just hit really unfortunate glitch, and that seems to be what it was there, getting caught on the tree. And this will be an M1 through the pallet. They do get smash hit. Getting plenty of distance with that. Worth noting is that I think we also do see a potential lucky break here. Finishing center gen. Steve about to finish another gen as well. And it looks like they're going to be swapping over towards the Tap now. Looping this really, really tightly. And if the survivor plays this right, this should be a pallet if I am not mistaken. I don't think you can really take a hit from here. Even if you play really precisely. Yeah, that's going to be another pallet break. Survivors just cranking out gens at record speed. Looks like Tap's going to be going edge to die, but they don't need to. They get caught behind the pallet, and they actually get to main building now. Oh, that's so big for the survivor here. Still exhausted. No balance landing to be used just yet, but I think survivors are hanging out on the wing, ready to take a hit here, potentially. Ooh, good fake from both sides, and Wesker's gaining distance. Fourth generator going down, though. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level. I think they... Yeah, but as a hit takes coming in. And now... Staying on the Tap here. No infection, so they're not going to get slowed down anytime soon. There is no inevitability. Just the filler pallet on the edge, and they do end up going down. We see in the background doubling out this generator. As First Hook will be coming in. This killer needs a pain res of some kind. Will they have it is the question. Or will it even be in time? It will be. They do, in fact, have the Scourge Hook pain resonance. The question is it enough? Can they jam this gen out despite the 25%? Killer's coming over. I think they just commit. Especially if a survivor has the adrenaline to boot. Just incredibly precise play from these survivors. Lithe getting plenty of distance that they took a hit through the window. And these survivors are well on their way to getting multiple outs here. Wesker loosely in chase. Looks like they're being chasing the Steve here now. Ooh, getting a very, very bizarre hit. Adam coming in for the hit block. Survivors rushing towards the exit again. I think we're going to be looking at a format out here potentially. Survivors played this so cleanly here. There might still be someone dead here. Survivors are all injured. No hit takes left. Here comes the bound. And they do get the slam. Trying to get the blind, but as we all know, you can't blind a Wesker who's already picked. And that is going to be 4 stages for this Wesker in trial number 1 of set number 1. And unfortunately, just Wesker didn't really get to use most of his kit. Corrupt Intervention lasted the full 2 minutes, which was good for them, but they only got 1 pain res. The other perks were Pop and Brutal Strength, and they didn't get to use either of those hardly. I mean, Brutal Strength came into play a little bit. It's to be expected. It's a good perk, Wesker perk. And here we are once again on the Wretched Shop. Looking around, there's that beautiful screen sharing we know and love, and looks like they already found the Dwight. A P100 Dwight, mind you, and I stand for this. We love the Dwight. Ooh, good dodge right off the bat. However, Wesker does make distance and is right in tow. Heading around the backside of main here. Not dropping the pallet just yet. There's Mind Game coming in. Ooh, getting a little bit of distance. Some really good Mind Games, honestly. Phenomenally done now, but where are you going to go? They are going to take a tag over the top of the pallet and going back into the main. Waiting for the break. We do see Survivors splitting up on the gens. Good check spot, and yeah, Wesker's gonna be going off to the side, possibly heading over to Ace. Ooh. Not gonna commit. Now looks like they found the Atom instead. Are they gonna commit to the Atom? No. Wesker not sure who they want to commit to just yet. Who are they looking for? Pushing David off of their gen as well, so they are like pushing gens and Survivors. You gotta commit somewhere, though. Ah, never mind. We did find our Juicy Dwight. They did find them after all. Power coming in. Are they going to use it? Dropping the power, coming around the edge. Oh, my goodness. Careful, Dwight. You are in awfully close range of using a flashlight. Oh, my goodness. And they actually dodge. It is worth noting that the reason, potentially, they were able to break away there was the use of a Iron Will, as they were silent after that flashlight. However, you have to be careful here. Vaulting through comes the Mind Game. Oh my goodness, the Iron Will is coming in so clutch here. The Iron Will is so strong. Oh, but they are going to take a tag regardless. Still a couple of gens remaining. Survivors hanging out. Wesker not want to take their chances. Survivor will be crawling towards the edge of the map here. First hook incoming. 2 gens down. Will we see a third? Oh, this third one is not quite as progressed here. So first hook coming in. No pain res from that one, unless it was on a different gen. I stand corrected. It was on a different gen. It looks like main building had a little bit more progress there, and that was, in fact, a Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. Looks like our David will be heading back towards this generator to try and work on it. Adam working on gen behind main building. Looks like they might have left main building gen. Ooh, but they will get tagged. Thrown into the corner as well. Not looking good for this, David. Do they get some distance? They do, just enough to get to this filler pallet. No panic drop, but they may take a tag around the corner. No, Wesker got... I think it might have been a little bit of auto-aim potentially, but regardless, a little bit of breath of fresh air for this David. Forcing the break, but will they get enough distances? Worth noting, Survivors are probably well aware of this. That is Brutal Strength, so a little bit faster. Oh my goodness, that was such a clutch dodge. That was so close. I could feel Wesker like zooming by the back of my neck. However, looks like the Survivor will be going corner to die. Will they be able to finish a gen? Maybe a second one for the Survivor's efforts. I don't know. They will get the grab instead of the down. And that will be another hook coming in. Looks like they're skipping this hook. Looks like it's going to be a pain res potentially. Will they be able to finish a generator? Dwight's gen. Looks like Adam's gen will get pain resed once again. Not quite close enough. The question is, does Wesker know about this gen? Will they come over here or not? Oh my goodness. They predicted that Dwight so well, and this Dwight has no resources and nowhere to go. This Dwight is very dead. And that is very unfortunate because it is in a corner where there's already a hook. Worth noting, previously there was a kill and a hook, which means 9 total points. They can hook one other survivor and get the W here. They've already got 2 fresh hooks. Any other survivor hooked here is going to be the W here for Calamity and set number 1. Survivors have to be extra careful here. They do finish the 3rd gen. Looks like they're going for a reset in backside of main. And now the question is, what can you do? Like, I guess you let this survivor die, finish 2 more gens, and try and get everybody out. But we've only seen 3 perks so far. There could be a Noah. There could be anything here to stop them from getting out. David still also hasn't inoculated yet, so they are going to be exposed shortly. There's the inoculation as we speak. Wesker sees it, but I think they just want to camp this out to death. It's like, Adam going to go work on this gen. David going to go for an unhook here, potentially. If survivors are content to count this as a potential loss on set 1, but try to keep the points as close, it wouldn't be bad to try and extend this like you would normally if the score was a bit less lopsided. Ooh, there comes the break. No killer blind, I don't think. And they will get the hook trade. Oh, this is going to be really close. And they get the slam on Ace as well as the deep wound on Dwight. This hook right here on the Ace will secure victory in set number 1 for Calamity. However, they do finish a 4th gen. They could still look at a really good score regardless, even if they do lose set number 1. If they keep it within 6 points, that's a very, very achievable tie condition should set 2 go to a tie. Looks like they're going to be resetting at main building. Got deep wound to deal with. Everybody's got to mend up, heal up, inoculate, be fresh, go finish last gen, and possibly contend with an endgame perk. We haven't seen the last perk. Oh my goodness. A decisive strike to give the Dwight a last second breath of fresh air, but they are 8% slower now, going around the corner, and that looks like they will be going down under this pallet here. Oh, the decisive strike. Yeah, they're going to be checking around. We see a survivor on a gen. They get the unhook here, and Dwight will be sent back to the campfire via the entity. And, oh no, Wesker does have a 3 gen here, it looks like. A is potentially a bit of trouble as they are currently... Oh my goodness, and they get the throw as well. Ace is in a whole lot of trouble here. Body blocks coming in from the Atom. Will it be enough to get distance? More than enough, as Adam ends up taking the down here. First hook coming in for Adam. Pain res coming in. I don't think it was called out. And yeah, this is not looking good, folks. There is still a very strong 3 gen on the Shack side. This entire area over here at the 9 is already pretty much used up in its entirety. There's only Fun Bus left. Looks like it might be a bit of a renewal coming in from the Atom, but Ace still needs to inoculate. This Wesker has a very good potential endgame here. We do notice there is a lucky break on the Atom here, giving him a little bit of a safety, but oh no, he's gonna get caught up, mind games. However, they do get the heal off just in time from Renewal. Renewal coming in clutch there to give this... Oh. Oh, no. That is a very, very good mind game coming in from the Wesker there, and that will be another hook coming in. However, it looks like survivors are going to be doubling out on this generator. They do want the 5th gen. They want to see some level of outs. I don't know if it's going to be enough time. I think they're going to come in. Ace forced to leave early. David gonna commit here. No adrenaline, however, so they're gonna be going down. And there's a no-ed. Last perk is revealed. Even if there was an adrenaline, no-ed wouldn't be enough. And it looks like Ace did have adrenaline here. One survivor in the locker. But who's the head on? Being very patient here. Wesker playing musical lockers here. Oh, Wesker looking around, looking around. Oh no, they wanted the head on, but not going to get it, and that is going to be the 4K here for Albert Wesker in set number 1 for Calamity. Really, really well played, sir. I did a good job getting last gen done, but again, that 3-gen was really strong, and there was some really good mind games here from this killer. Killer had some very, very good mind games, so we'll be going into set number 2 very shortly as we watch our survivors be sent back to the campfire in an orderly fashion, one after the other. Some really good teamwork, just some unfortunate mind games. The Wesker definitely had a little bit of finesse there, and survivors did really good in the beginning. Survivors did really, really good stifling the pressure early on, but with that 3-gen to lock it down in the end game, there wasn't much these survivors could do, I think. We do, in fact, have screen sharing. I cry. Looks like they're be sending off some birds as we speak. We do see a little bit of deja vu from our David friend. She's in the area. Is she going towards David? I don't think that would have given Killer Instinct, but I think she might be looking at Ace. Excuse me, folks, I believe we just saw a Hex Ruin coming into play. Very interesting. I don't remember last time I saw Ruin in competitive. I imagine they will probably just ignore it. I don't know. Do you cleanse Ruin here? That's a question. Oh my goodness, that artist almost got it there, but they will take a tag across. Nope, they do cleanse it. They do in fact cleanse it. All right, Ruin. It's good to see ya. Sayonara. Another very near miss with the crows. Ace dropping, going through the pallet. I'm curious if there is a potential 3-gen in the Carnival area. So we need another Crep Gen back here. We saw one near. Artist definitely zoning this survivor away. Birds everywhere. We'll take a bird across, but they're going to go down regardless. Be first hook coming in very shortly. David almost done with the main building. Dwight on another gen in. Looks like Adam with a similar amount of progress here. Looks like they are very fearful of a pain res. Will there, in fact, be pain res? And yes, there will be. Oh, an artist is going to be able to force Dwight off of their gen as well. Get a dry kick for that 2.5% immediate regression. Setting up another crow across the map. Looks like Adam will be able to finish their gen most likely. Dwight getting forced off and away. Again, it's not necessarily the best thing to keep tapping, as this gen will be getting kicked for 2.5% every single time. But you are zoning the survivors away. David getting ready to finish their gen once again with the Deja Vu 6%. Art is probably going to try and secure this to second stage. Dwight, you are sparing down the barrel of many, many crows here. Adam, however, is going to take one of those crows away. And Adam has a nice little souvenir for later, I suppose. However, this survivor is quickly approaching Death Hook. I imagine, yeah, David does finish their gen. Maybe a bit of an unfortunate balanced landing proc there. I don't know if that was intended, but they will be coming in for the unhook. Will they get it in time, though? I don't think they will, and that will be second stage confirmed. Going in for a dry kick. A little bit of cheeky blind from our Dwight friend, trying to give our Ace a little bit of a chance to get away, but I imagine our Ace is not long for this world, as Art is probably hot on their trail. However, they find Adam instead, and they will be taking chase with the Adam. Adam getting out of the way, back into the map, using Lithe to get deeper back into main building. Now that main building is free, it is worth noting as this survivor does in fact have the lucky break. However, I don't know if it's going to be lucky enough, as this artist is hot on their trail. Not losing line of sight for long enough. Pallet coming down, and that will be a mind game for the artist here, as artist will be getting another hook here. The question is, Dwight will Dwight will be able to finish their gen. That's 3 gens down. This pain res might not be the best pain res potentially here. Have to see if they do get a hook. Ace hiding out at the back, as they should, as they are now Death Hook. And it looks like, I'm guessing this will be another pain resonance here. That is, in fact, pain resonance. Looks like Dwight will be helping heal Ace here. surprised they're hanging out right next to the generator. Is I would imagine that's where the... Yeah, Artist is going to be checking here. Ooh, Dwight will take a tag. However, at least it's not the ace for the Survivor Squad. Oh, they got long wall into Shaq. Oh, that is such a filthy setup. Let's see if the Survivors are able to take advantage of this. Oh my goodness, that was such a well-executed snipe from the window there. And that will be first hook coming in on the Dwight. Worth noting, we haven't seen much use of it, but they do in fact have the severed hands. Survivors have done a really good job. They've been spreading out a lot of Dire Crows being spread around, but it is a formidable add-on to say the least. And looks like Survivors actually have mostly split the gens up. 2 at Carnival. Oh, failed skill check in the back. And they have one, I would say that's probably around the 3 o'clock. So Survivors do in fact have some decent gen spread overall. David about done with the far back Carnival gen. And then after that, if this Carnival gen gets done, then it is a very good split here. However, Artist back at the Shack on the Ace and the Dwight. Ace taking a tag through the window. Both these Survivors are still injured. Have to see if the Artist is able to get a snipe or if they're just going to go for a good old M1 chase. However, that should secure the 4th gen for the Survivors. Yeah, Dwight's going to take it down here as they don't want Ace to die just yet. And they will be going for that pickup. No decisive strike as they were healing. And yeah, David will be able to finish their gen. And Adam, about 30% on their gen as well. I do believe Dwight has already represented a pain res here, so David, the only pain res left in the game for this Artist. I don't know if that was enough for a Killer Instinct or not. I don't think it was. Yeah, Artist none the wiser here. Adam able to evade. Looks like Ace back here, shotgun coming in, going to miss them by honestly a good mile. A little bit of too much of a split in the center. However, there is nothing here for this Ace, and they will be going down. I imagine though 3 Survivors will be, nope, they're gonna be resetting. I thought they'd be doubling on the gen. No, they're gonna take the split here. David back on Shack and gonna be heading back to this gen at 3 at some point. Survivors in a not too shabby position. 1 Survivor down with 1 gen remaining. However, Artist can tease these gens a little, but the question is, can they get a down and a hook before this last gen pops? If they can, the pressure's back in their favor, but if the Survivors pop this gen, at that point, Artist doesn't have much left. Yeah, David already halfway through with the Deja Vu. Oh my goodness. Again, folks, sorry that we can't watch the kill perspective. I can't watch the screen sharing. It makes me a bit sick. And I'm going to go ahead and just pre-drop this. Oh, there's the live coming in. Oh, this is going to be really close. Baiting the swing from the Artist. However, now the problem is you got to get rid of these crows before you go back around. And yeah, they do finish the last gen. However, Survivors do have 5 gens done. First hook coming in for... Sorry, second hook coming in for the Adam here. And the question is, where are these exit gates? We got 1 at the Carnival. Dwight nearby needs to be careful. I think they want to at least get the David out, as David represents the most point swing. David here represents a total of 6 points for the Killer and 3 points for the Survivors if they're able to escape. However, I don't think the exit... I've never seen someone escape Artist with an exit gate scenario. And, oh boy, the last perk is in fact the Noed. Now, there's a tall order. Your Shack escape chances don't look good. I don't know many people that are able to escape from this map unless the exit gates are just complete opposites, like 12 and 6. And then, obviously, you're also not Artist. Because Artists here, they even have good line of sight on both these exit gates. This is... I guess your best shot is go kick Hatch and assume that the David's going to try and get the exit gate at 12. I don't know, folks. It's going to be really, really tough for the Stars to get out of this one. I think we will be looking at the 4K here. And not to mention, they can let Dwight bleed out. Now, obviously, there is still the potential check here. You still potentially have the tech of picking up Dwight at the last second. No, they're going to go straight for the pickup here and try and split pressure. They do reveal the David, though, and I imagine if this artist knows the point system, yeah, they're going to be committing to this David here. David, however, does have the vault. They do also have the bounce landing. Not getting the hit through the window is pivotal for this David, able to make distance now. Dwight needs to be on this exit gate. They haven't got a chance to. David's going to be fighting for his life here. And the only pallet in sight is not a very safe one. They're going to go down under it. Now the question is Dwight able to get an exit gate? No, it's only about 50%. Oh, they still might be able to. It's gonna be close. No, I don't think they will. That will be the 4K here for the Valentines killer. Now just a matter of picking up this David. I don't imagine David's gonna be able to stealth this out. I could be wrong. I've seen, you know, Stranger Things. Still waiting for part 5. Or the return of it to DVD. I would love to see Stranger Things to DVD again. I miss it. It was such a good DLC. Oh, there's the blood trail, and that will be a very, very dead David. And in fact, it will be confirmed the 4K 0 gens remaining. Really good stop from this Survivor Squad. They did a really good job splitting the generators up and splitting the pressure. But Artist able to come out on top. That Noed able to clutch it out in the end. Again, they barely got the down right before the last gen popped, which I think gave them the pressure they desperately needed to keep the game in their favor. Otherwise, if that down hadn't occurred, Survivor's easily able to spread out to the exit gates, and it's a lot harder to secure that that 4K. With that said, that will be the end of trial number 3. We'll be moving into trial number 4 very shortly here, as that is the halfway point, as the killer, unfortunately... Oh, yeah, that's some good screen sharing. We're going to go back to these fellows. And worth noting, I think this is the first time I've seen it today. This is the first female survivor I've seen today, as we do know the female model is bugged currently. They don't get quite as far of distance when they vault. So, you know, a little bit of a statement here coming in from this survivor. They are very confident, I would say. So is managing to hide out so far, immediately pre-dropping this pallet, and they do find the Meg after all. Good old Lithe coming in, getting him distance towards the main building. They even have a window facing them, which is really strong. And they will take the hit from the birds after all. I thought they might be able to dodge that. Not going to go for the vault as they don't want to take an accidental hit. And Artist barely missing the first one. Ooh, Meg cheeky coming back in and getting another pallet stun. Artist continuing into the shack now, coming down to the bottom of 6. Getting another dire crow hit on this Meg. Coming around the corner. Barely missing once again. Really good job from this Meg being able to dodge these. However, no pallet to be found here, and they will take an M1 for their efforts. However, we do see a good old lucky break here from our survivor, as they no longer have blood or scratch marks. And I do believe they managed to evade the Artist completely. Survivor's like, nope, never mind. He's going out and checking out the gens, and Artist ended up finding this survivor regardless. First hook coming in here. Deciding not to go for... Yeah, they're just going to go for the basement. I'm guessing they're debating about a pain res here, but if they are able to stop these gens from firing off, nothing back here. They do have a semblance of a 3-gen in the back. Setting up more crows to harass these survivors. Double pings, and we do know one's at main, so survivors on 3 different gens, leaving the Artist with a good 3-gen for the most part here. Steve coming around down, maybe to take some pressure or possibly sneak back. There's the 3rd-gen. Now he's just going to start working on this gen back here. It is the Deja Vu player, so they will get that 6% bonus. Now the question is, will our dear friend Meg die in the basement, or will they be able to be saved? Ooh. Looks like they did set up a little surprise for our killer, in case they decide to come over there. We do see survivors running in the back here. Will they be able to stop this unhook from happening? Yeah, they are going to push them away, and that will be second stage all but secured at this point. See Adam working on the 4th-gen, a little bit outside of the 3-gen. This gen over here being harassed pretty heavily. However, I think, yeah, I'm about to say Steve does have access to plenty of lockers there. However, they are going to constantly be harassing them off of this. But now the question is, can you... So say the survivor dies. Say the survivors get another gen done. There's the crows coming down. Here comes the hook trade. The dire crows will be sent off because there is a severed hands here. Meg taking a hit, but staying downstairs. I'm guessing they had the crows lined up. Both survivors going down. This is not the scenario they want to be in. They're going to force the pick. Is there a decisive strike from Meg? No, there is not, and that's going to be another hook for them. However, will Steve be able to finish this gen for their efforts? I don't know. It's going to be hard to say. I imagine Adam will be able to finish their generator. There's a hook. Dire Crows will be coming in here any second now. I don't think Steve gets to finish. Dire Crows not coming at Steve just yet. There's the Dire Crows, and they will be pushed off. Adam did finish their generator. However, there surely will be a... Yep, there's the Blast Mine, and we did see Adam going in for the save. Blast Mine giving a whole lot of time for the Survivor Squad. And honestly, that Blast Mine potentially saving the squad, as this hook should be relatively safe. I don't imagine they're going to be able to get it before this last gen fires. Dire Crows coming in. There's the swarm spreading out. Adam will take a tag here, but they can't commit too hard as Steve is obviously back on this generator. Oh, this is really close. Yeah, they're going to be pushing Steve away here, trying to make sure that they can't do this gen 2 freely. They do get the heal on the Adam, and I imagine Tap will be following shortly. So survivors with that Blast Mine going into basement, they will be able to reset. And now the killer with the 3-gen, but no known pressure or hooks to account for right now. It's going to be very difficult to pull back out of. There's the Dire Crows. Pallet Stun coming. Nope, missing the Pallet Stun. Here comes the second Crow Volley. Not sending out two, but only one, and that's going to miss. Steve going to get plenty of distance now back into the back of the map here. However, they are chasing now in their 3-gen area, giving a little tap to their generator. And now able to get back to main building and get away. And I imagine these two survivors, yeah, they're working on a gen on the opposite side. Steve does take the hit here, but I don't think you can commit after this hit. You've got to go back to your gen. And yeah, they're going to chase these two survivors off of these... Okay, really, really good pathing there from the tap. I was about to say, I thought that was going to be a potential hit, but able to avoid it. But now, I imagine Adam probably rotating over with Steve, and yeah, they're going to finish this last generator. Survivors are on their way to getting the 5th and final gen done. There's the Crows. I think they're waiting for the hit. Yeah, and they do get the pallets done. No adrenaline, however, on the survivor, but both exit gates are on the same side of the map. If they can secure this down really quickly, they might be able to halt these doors from being open, but I think with yeah, with tapping in center here, I don't think you can. Yeah, I do believe we're going to be seeing outs here from our Survivor Squad. Unless the artist can pull something of a mirror. Oh, looks like they're chasing back into Shaq, but again, you're going to have one of these exit gates open at some point. There's the vault, but they dodge the direct hit from the Dire Crows. Instead, going to be forcing this, and as soon as the survivor escapes, that will be... Yeah, they're going to get out. I think you might even potentially get the hatch here. Be really close. No, they're not, but I think as long as they head towards the exit gate, they should be able to get out. That will be the 2-0 win here for Calamity in round number 1. Survivors played absolutely phenomenally. Again, just it's the small things. The blast mine into the save at Shaq, just really phenomenally done. And our poor Adam will take a hit at the very end, but not in vain, as they did secure victory for their squad. Again, it's the little plays like that that I live for. It's the precision. They knew the blast mine was coming. They knew there was gonna be 5 seconds, and they knew that the killer needed to pop that gen. But ultimately, not enough to stop the squad from coming out on top. And with that said, that'll be all we have for today, as the other ones were scheduled offline. Don't worry though, it's a perfect time.